All right, all right. What is going on, Bree Hyde? Oops, I forgot to check my sound. Welcome back to another Bree Hive Live. It is Tuesday already. It seems like it's very late in the week, but it's not. We just had a wonderful 3-day weekend. Today, we are going to be getting into some updates on some cases that we covered before, and then we're going to get into a brand new lawsuit where we are talking about squishies, Squishmallows, and Sqoosherz by Build-A-Bear, which is like odd because I've heard of Squishmallows, never heard of Sqoosherz. Squish. I don't know how they want us to say it, but I don't know. Just looking at my thumbnail, y'all, do you think that these Sqoosherz are very different from the Squishmallows, or do you even know what the heck is going on with these plush toys? I don't know. I thought it would be a very, very cute lawsuit to cover. I really liked Build-A-Bear growing up. I wanted a Build-A-Bear. I used to shop on buildabear.com all the time. Used to plan how I was going to spend my birthday money on Build-A-Bear. I still have 2 Build-A-Bears hiding in my garage somewhere. But I super love Build-A-Bears, and to learn that they are being sued for copying Squishmallows, which just came out, I was just like appalled. Super appalled. So let me know if y'all know what's going on with that case. We have a brief update in Mr. Beast. We covered his anti-slap. We covered his anti-slap motion a couple of days ago, and it looks like there has already been a ruling on the anti-slap motion. Now, a lot of that document is a bunch of mumbo jumbo legal talk, so I'm probably just going to summarize that one and then jump right into the squishies, because who doesn't love squishies, okay? Who doesn't love teddy bears, squishmallows, all of the things? And we have technically two lawsuits for that, so we may skip around in one of them, but we're going to go through the Squishmallows filing and then the Build-A-Bear one. We're going to jump around. If you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about, that's okay, because we're going to get into it. And excuse me while I take off my jacket, because I put this thing on because when I came in here, I was like, it's super cold in here. Let me go get my sweater. Let me go get my jacket. And then I get it, and now I'm like super hot. So that was a waste of things. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the chat and see who's watching live. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you drop in the comments, letting us know that you're part of the replay crew. And if you're watching live, go ahead and drop your chat in the chat. Drop your chat in the chat. Let us know that you're watching live if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and say hello to our pet Bossy. Bossy the Bee is back after a lovely long 3-day weekend. Let me know how y'all weekend went. I told y'all at the end of the last stream, or maybe the beginning of the last stream, anyway it goes. Last Tuesday, I told you guys that I could not stream on Thursday because I had a trial. I was well prepared for the trial. It didn't go in my favor. I think I did a really good job, but the facts just were not facting, okay? And we were not able to succeed on that motion, but that's okay. I had a good time, learned a lot about the new judge, and we went from there. So for those of you that care how my trial went, it went okay. It went pretty good. And then I had a wonderful side chick Valentine's weekend. JK, my husband, and I are busy during the week, so we celebrated Valentine's Day over the weekend and also during Valentine's Day, but mostly over the weekend. So there was a lot of dates to be had to distract me for that nonsense that we called a trial on Friday. So let's go ahead and jump into the chat. Member of the jury, hello and welcome back to the live stream. Saying I'm going to have to catch this on the replay crew. West Coast evening is past my bedtime, but also West Coast evening is past my bedtime, but also both are just descendants of Puffalumps. Anyways, I never heard of a Puffalump, so let me know what y'all think in the chat about Puffalumps. Never heard of it, but thank you for stopping by, member of the jury. Lady Drakeness says, oh, this is interesting. It's really interesting. When I saw this, I was like, I cannot pass this up. I absolutely have to cover this case because I loved Build-A-Bear growing up. Michaela Dawson says, happy Tuesday, Bree and Bree Hive. Hello and welcome back into the live stream. Happy Tuesday to you as well. How did the 3-day weekends go for y'all? Let me know in the chat. Tanya D says, thanks for checking in to member of the jury. Of course, hello to Tanya, member of the channel, moderator of the channel. Welcome back. Nice to see you tonight. And hello to everyone. Cardova82 says, evening to all. I'm here on the Squishmallows corner. Really? You are team Squishmallow. I didn't know it was going to be, sides to this. Okay. I did not know it was going to be sides to this. So maybe I should have put up a poll in the chat, or not the chat, the community tab, to see who is team Build-A-Bear, who's team Squishmallows. I think I say that name wrong. Squishmallows, right? Squishmallows, like marshmallows. I don't know. I say mellows, marshmallows anyway. So I'm just probably saying everything wrong. So please don't get on me and the way that I'm pronouncing this thing. So we got Cardova82 already in the corner with the Squishmallows. Now, what I will say about the case, I am on Squishmallow's side, and I'm probably ruining it going in. I'm on Squishmallow's side when it comes to the lawsuit, but I'm like team Build-A-Bear all day. I don't own any Squishmallows, but I digress. Let's go on. Let's go on. Cardova82 saying hi to Tanya D. Looking great as always. Tanya D says, I didn't have a 3-day weekend. I am so sorry to hear that. I wish that you did, and hopefully you have one coming up soon. Cardova82 says, I didn't have a weekend. Oh my gosh. They played y'all on President's Day weekend. I'm sorry for y'all that didn't have a 3-day weekend. Lady Drake is saying hi to Tanya D. Am I saying that right? Draconess. Lady Draconess. I feel you on the beat. Okay. Let's see. Just me, MD, another member of the channel. Welcome back to the live stream. Saying, sending love from East Texas. Date night can't stay leaving my like, and we'll join the rewatch crew. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful date. I hope it's fancy. I love fancy dates. Lady Draken says, facts were facting. I like that. The facts were not facting. In my case, they were not facting. Tanya D says, make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Yes, of course. Thank you for the reminder. We are going to set a like goal for this stream of 30 likes for the live stream. So if you are here live and you have not hit the like button, make sure you do, because our like goal is 30 likes. I don't know what to do when we hit the like goal other than press cheering buttons and things like that. So if anyone has any ideas on what we should do when we hit our like goal to make it more interesting, to make you want to hit the like button even more, let me know about that. Kimmy Locker says, hello, Bree Hive. Hello, Kimmy, member, moderator, paralegal, consultant of the channel, also backstage, also in the chat. Welcome back to yet another live stream. Nice to have you here today. Kimmy pulled the documents for us, so shout out to Kimmy for grabbing the documents. And when I tell you it's a lot, it's a lot. It's a lot of document, a lot of information. So definitely, if you haven't already, please do thank Kimmy, because she helps me a lot, or helps me out a lot on the channel. Lady Draken says, I feel you're on the hot/cold being in oh, I get it. I got it. I'm not there in menopause, but I don't know. My heater, or I guess I turned my heater on like 15 minutes ago, but it felt like it didn't start in this room until I started talking. So I don't know. Cardova82 says, now the party started. Kimmy Locker is here. Susan R., hello and welcome into the live stream, saying good evening. Nice to have you here tonight. Ian Kinsell says, I had a 4-day weekend of grading exams. But at least it was the weekend. I'm sorry you had to grade exams, but at least it was the weekend, right? Deacon Fatal, hello, another member and moderator of the channel. Welcome back to the live stream, saying, hello, what is this hot rich mess that I will not understand? It's like rich, but it's like business rich. So are we really judging them for being rich? Probably not really on this one. Not on this one. But we are talking about Squishmallows and Build-A-Bear and copycats and trademark. And you know we love that here on this channel. And Lady Draconus, I'm probably going to mess that up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, but I'm probably going to mess that up. I don't know if I can remember that talking and live streaming and all of the things. Sandy saying hello to everyone. Hello and welcome into the live stream. Nice to have you here tonight. All right, everybody saying hi, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay. Tanya D says, well, that doesn't sound exciting to Ian or the grading papers. Yeah, that does not sound fun at all. No, does not sound fun at all. Deacon Fatal says Kimmy is awesome. Yes, she is. And Kimmy Locker says hi to Dinks. Let's see. Cardova82 says, is the clerk, Kimmy Locker is the clerk of this court, and she's fantastic at it. Yes, of course. All of the things, right? The clerk, the paralegal, all of the things. She keeps the channel alive, y'all, because I cannot do it without her. Crystal Harris, another member of the channel. Welcome back into the live stream, saying live with the Hive. Good evening. Hello, and welcome back into the live stream. Nice to have you back tonight. Hope everyone had a good 3-day weekend, or not 3-day weekend, just, President's Day weekend, if that's what we want to call it at this point. Kimmy Locker says, oh, you guys are going to make me blush. Well, you should be blushing. It should make you happy to blush. I don't know if that's what blushing is supposed to do, but it should. Deacon Fatal says, oh, freaking Minas. What? When I thought I had a hot flash, I thought, okay, I said that so wrong, but I'm going to keep going. Oh, good. Susan R says, thank you for the warm welcome. No problem. We are happy to have you here. Deacon Fatal says, okay, is this trial going to make me want to throw my Care Bear? Oh, we're not even at Care Bears. Care Bears are not in this one. They are not copying anyone. No one's copying the Care Bear. So you can keep the Care Bear for sure. I wasn't like a super big fan of Care Bear. They started to make a comeback when my little sister was little, but Care Bears never really, they didn't get me. It skipped my years of bearness. I don't even know what you call it. Tanya D says, maybe you can remember Drake on Us. Drake on Us. Oh, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. And Lady Jenkins says the mod squads across the platforms are amazeballs. Yes, they are. Definitely, of course. Deacon Fatal says, I am not above throwing a Care Bear at someone. Care Bear stare. What? Please don't throw your Care Bears. It is going to get a little feisty in here. Kimmy, if you have some time, can you put up a poll of whose team Build-A-Bear and whose team Squishmallows? I guess we can throw some Care Bears in there. And then I guess the last one can be I hate teddy bears, because I don't know. If you hate teddy bears, you're just not very nice, but that's okay. That's okay. We welcome all here. Hopefully we can get you loving teddy bears by the end of the live stream if you are team no teddy bears, okay? Or yeah, do that one, team no teddy bears. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the update on Mr. Beast. And I forgot to download the document, and I don't want to do that right now. So update on Mr. Beast. If you don't know, oh wait, let's talk about Bossy. Bossy, bring us in, Bossy to be. Let's. All right, we are ready to jump into Mr. Beast. If you don't know what's going on with Mr. Beast, he is suing his business partner and Mr. Beast Burgers. Mr. Beast Burgers was very well anticipated. People were ready to support Mr. Beast and his new food venture. But it turns out that the burgers were quite nasty, and also that they were undercooked and not the best burgers, right? Mr. Beast then went on to try to save his butt and made some tweets about how he was not happy with the contract that he had with Virtual Dining Concepts, which was his business partner for this Mr. Beast Burgers. And he just basically was, talking mess about them on Twitter. He sued them to get out of the contract, saying that they were not paying him, that they were not upholding the quality of the business, and they're basically giving him a bad name. Virtual Dining then sued Mr. Beast, saying that you're breaching the contract by talking smack about us on Twitter. What's going on? And then Mr. Beast said, well, you know what? I'm going to file a motion to dismiss under anti-slap because I should be able to talk about things that are of public policy that affects my brand and also affects my my image. So the court ruled, and there was an opposition, but it was super long, and I did not have time to review it because I was reviewing the squishies. I'm sorry, Kimmy. I had more interest in the squishies today. And the squishies are so cute. We're going to have a good time with the Squishmallow complaint. They have the pictures. You know, I love a good complaint with a good picture. So what was I talking about? Mr. Beast. Yes, no squishies. We're talking burgers right now. So he filed the anti-slap. There was opposition to it. Wordy words, lawyer, all type of legal information in there. And the court went ahead and ruled and said, you know, anti-slap is, you know, protecting your First Amendment right. But you can't then come back after you contracted away and say that, oh, I promise not to do this in my contract. However, I do have First Amendment rights and I should not have contracted away. So courts, I am asking you to save me. The court said, no. We're not going to save you on the contract claims, but we will come back and basically save you on the tortious interference claims because Mr. Beast was, he was saying stuff about the quality of the burgers, basically trying to save his image. Would that then be considered tortious interference with Mr. Beast doing his free speech rights to give his real opinion on what was going on with the burgers? No. So just because he was not able to win the anti-slap motion does not necessarily mean that he's going to lose in the lawsuit when it comes to the contract and that he was not supposed to be making disparaging comments about the business. Can we consider someone saying this contract sucks and I made a bad deal disparaging? It will be up to the jury to decide. So anti-slap did not succeed on the he cannot use anti-slap for the contract claims, but anti-slap may apply to the tortious interference claims where he can just shut those claims down that he's not interfering with the business, with virtual dining making more money. But the contract ones are not going to, those ones are going to go for despite anti-slap, but he can win it some other way. So let me know if you guys have been keeping up with that case other than on this channel. Let me know if you think Mr. Beast should have won anti-slap. I'm going to say I think he should be able to talk about the nasty burgers. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that he was talking about the nasty burgers. Where he gets in trouble here is that he signed a contract saying that he would not disparage the other company. Now it's going to be up to the jury and the evidence and all the things to determine whether this is disparaging or is he honestly giving his true opinion like he was supposed to do under the contract. So let me know what y'all think about that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the comments that I'm sure no one is commenting about Mr. Beast because I kind of went through that pretty fast. So let's go ahead and check it out. Bossy, bring us in. The fact that I talk to a bee that I created telling her to bring us in as if I'm not clicking the button, it's ridiculous. And I might have to go to the doctor and get me some meds because why am I talking to a bee that I created, that I control? Talk about bring us in. Bossy, bring us in. Makes absolutely no sense. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Deacon Fiddle says, love a lot about that smoke. Which smoke? Lady Dracano says, yeah, Rob from Law and Lumber had a rough go pronouncing it. So we asked if I could be referred to as Lady Drake. That makes sense. Deacon Fatal says, so no one can cook? Cook? What do you mean? What are you referring to? Deacon Fatal says, I don't think that falls under 1A. Oh, you're talking about the, what do you call it? Mr. Beast lawsuit. Deacon Fatal says, okay, Keith Lee has been a very good job on reviews of restaurants. Has he reviewed Beast Burgers? I don't know. I'm not even on y'all. Like, I like Keith Lee, like, in the beginning, and I don't think he really did anything wrong. I think I just can only watch so much of that content. Don't get on me for that. He just doesn't come up on my For You page anymore, and probably because I would skip past it because, I don't know. I knew I would never try the food. basically. Maybe that's why it's like I'm nowhere near these restaurants, so I'm not gonna even watch it. I don't know, but I think he's doing good things. I don't know. I'm not a non-supporter, but I'm not like a super supporter, if that makes sense. Deacon Fiddle says, no, I haven't. Not, if the burgers are bad, they just are. And he's saying it's some of the businesses that are making it, because remember with Mr. Beast Burgers, they're using ghost kitchens, and the legend that they're making it at 7-Eleven on that little spinning wheel thing that you get your hot dogs on. I'm making stuff up. Do not quote me on that. Okay. Let's see. And Deacon Fiddle says, I talk to my cat. Well, I'm talking to an animated bee. I think talking to a cat is not as bad, you know? Deacon Tiny D says to Deacon Fatal, you are serious about your Care Bears. Yes, she is. Elin says, hey, Bree Hive, hello and welcome back. Nice to have you back tonight. Deacon Fatal says to Tiny D, my mom got it for my last birthday and I remember the books and the movie. LOL. Yeah. I don't know. Care Bears just never got to me. My little sister had a Care Bear. It just skipped me. I don't know. Okay, let me go ahead and check out the chat because we're going to jump into the Squishmallow lawsuit. Mr. Beast, sorry, anti-slap didn't work all the way. The court still has to rule. They have to do some briefing on something. I forgot what it was. I'm sorry if I'm screwing that completely up, Kimmy. But yeah, they have some motions that they had to draft by today. So I'm sure we'll be getting some more documents in the case today. If not, I mean, they're probably there today, but maybe tomorrow. We're not going to cover it on Thursday. Probably not. It's so legalese right now. It's not the fun part of the lawsuit right now. So it's not that interesting. It's not that interesting, but I mean, I guess it is a little bit interesting. So I'm going to jump into the poll. Kimmy put up the poll for us on the Squishmallow case. It says, whose side are you on? Team Squishmallows, Team Build-A-Bear, Sqoosherz, and Team No Teddy Bears. 0% said no teddy bears. So I appreciate that. I was going to say, if you vote Team No Teddy Bears, I don't know. We might have to voted you off the island. But no, we got 77% saying Team Squishmallows. If you're comfortable, go ahead and drop in the chat why. Are you doing it because of the lawsuit, or are you doing it because you just like Squishmallows more than Build-A-Bears? And then we got 22 or 23% saying Team Build-A-Bears. I am like Team Build-A-Bear for the actual product. I will give you that. For the actual product, I'm Team Build-A-Bear, but for the lawsuit, I'm Team Squishmallows, because Build-A-Bear, you a little bit of a copycatter, even if they cannot succeed on the full trademark claim. I think that you guys copied Squishmallows, and that's just my opinion. Of course, it will be up to a jury. Let's go ahead and jump into the Squishmallow complaint, and then after Squishmallow, we'll probably bounce around briefly in the Build-A-Bear one, talking about how Squishmallow is not unique. Can you believe that? Build-A-Bear said Squishmallow is not unique and we didn't copy them, and they're always suing everybody. Now, could that potentially be true? Maybe. But did you copy them? Yes. I don't care what you say. Even if Squishmallows cannot succeed on a claim, Build-A-Bear, you knew what you were doing. You copied them. But let's go ahead and jump into the complaint so y'all can see why I'm even saying that, and see if you agree. And I'm going to leave the poll up so that people coming in can still vote. So if you haven't voted on the Team Squishmallow, Team Build-A-Bear, don't worry about it. It will stay up while we go through the complaint, or at least partially while we go through the complaint. So let me go ahead and share the screen. We are not with Metro anymore. We are with AT&T. Just kidding. We are now in the Squishmallow lawsuit. We have Kelly Toys and Jazz Juarez LLC, Kelly Amusement Holding, and Jazz Plus LLC suing Build-A-Bear Workshop Incorporated for trade dress infringement under the Lanham Act, common law trade dress infringement. So the Lanham Act is the federal statute. And then we have copyright infringement under the Copyright Act, the federal common law unfair competition, and California statutory unfair competition. And this is a demand for a jury trial. And it's important that there's a jury trial here because you are going to need, and I mean, I guess a judge can do it too because they're still human and all of the things, but you're going to need people of reasonable minds that are buying these things for their kids, their grandkids, all the things themselves, maybe, to really look at these pillows. I'm calling them pillows. I don't know if we can really call them teddy bears at this point. Look at these pillows and say, are these alike? Would I get confused if I saw the Build-A-Bear one versus the Squishmallow one? Let's go ahead and jump into the introduction. Plaintiffs are among the world's leading manufacturer and distributors of high-quality plush toys and other consumer products. In 2016, their distinctive line of plush toys branded Squishmallows was released. Often referred to as just Squish, these soft, huggable friends immediately appealed to adults and children alike. Consumers throughout the United States began collecting Squishmallows and even started online communities to attract the availability of the new Squishmallows as they were released. Celebrities like Lady Gaga and Kim Kardashian have posted their collection of Squishmallows on social media, and major American publications, including New York Times, have profiled the broad popularity of the Squishmallow products worldwide. And y'all know what? I never really got into, well, I already said it. I never got into Squishmallows. So I don't know what the hype is. It's like almost with the Stanley Cups and all of those things. I don't really get behind those kind of trends. And the only reason why I was really behind like Build-A-Bear is because I was a child. I was like 10 years old on buildabearworkshop.com, planning out how I'm going to spend my $100 birthday money I knew I was going to get. But as an adult, I'm not, sometimes I want to go to Build-A-Bear and I want to make a bear, but I don't know. I just don't. So let's go ahead. Let me know what y'all think so far. Were you like super into teddy bears, super into trends, whether that be a Squishmallow or a Stanley Cup or whatever it may be? But the Squishmallows, I never really got behind. So here is a stack of Squishmallows, all little round pillowy things. Don't know how many of these I could potentially, how many of these I would really accept into my home, okay? Acting like I'm adopting pets, right? As one consumer remarked about her Squishmallow Plus, it just brings me happiness and that warm and fuzzy feeling. Squishmallows have become a phenomenon, rapidly experiencing breakaway success and quickly turning into a coveted collector item with an avid fan base. Indeed, in 2023, Squishmallows was the top-selling toy in the country. Rather than competing fairly in the marketplace by creating its own unique concepts and product lines, defendant Build-A-Bear, a company worth over $300 million, decided that it will be easier to simply copy, imitate, and profit off the popularity and goodwill of Squishmallows, all in the hopes of confusing consumers into buying its products instead of Squishmallows. But in January 2024, they sued them so fast. They were like, nope, we gonna sue you over these Sqoosherz. They call them Sqoosherz. In January 2024, Build-A-Bear announced the release of its Sqoosherz Plus toys. As seen below, the Sqoosherz toys have the same distinctive trade dress as the popular Squishmallows, including shaped, fanciful renditions of animals/characters, simplified Asian-style kawaii faces, embroidered facial features, distinctive and non-monochrome coloring, and velvety velour-like textured exterior. And likely noticing that consumers refer to Squishmallows as Squish, Build-A-Bear named its own line Sqoosherz to evoke the association with the word squish. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, the side-by-side comparison of Squishmallows against Sqoosherz copycat speaks volumes. So I need y'all to really pay attention to this. Let me know if you think that the Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz look similar to the Squishmallows, okay? And we all know at this point, Squishmallows came out first, at least in the context of talking about Build-A-Bear and Squishmallows. Squishmallows came out first Build-A-Bear just came out last month with their Sqoosherz. So let me know if these pillows or these squishies, if they look similar or inspired. Let me know. All right, here we go. I'm going to make it big, actually, so y'all can get into this. So let's scroll down. All right. So we have Squishmallows, the original product, on the left, and we have Sqoosherz, the copycat product, on the right. Now, just looking at these, they are very similar. Very similar. Kimmy, if you could put down the little name banner, the Squishmallow versus Build-A-Bear. I don't know where it is, so I can't put it down. Thank you. Yeah, so they look very similar in my opinion. You got what the heck even is this to make you want to copy it? I don't even know what this is. An egg with flappy furs? I don't even know what this is. So it's clear, in my opinion, it's a clear copycat for this one. Now, the rainbow Sqoosherz, is it a mere copycat? Pretty close. I mean, it's a little rainbow style. Could they have created anything that was rainbow? Sure. But that's really similar, you know? It seems like Squishmallow did it first. I don't know. Maybe they didn't, but it looks like it, right? And then we have this cow. Why did you also do a pink cow? Like, why would you do that? If you're not trying to copy, like, it's literally someone on their design team say, you know what? Squishmallow is doing really good. We're going to make our own versions of Squishmallows, except we're going to make ours more round. We're just going to be like the face. Their Squishmallows are more egg shaped, but Build-A-Bear said, nope, we're just going to do the same thing, but round. Now, these Squishmallows look misshapen to me, but that's just my opinion. Apparently, that's what it's supposed to look like. It looks a little deformed to me, but it seems to be what's popular. Okay. Upon information and belief in the marketplace, Build-A-Bear has been trying to trick customers and looking for Squishmallows into buying their own Sqoosherz. And just to let you guys know the price point, Build-A-Bears are a little cheaper. They're like I think there's like $16, while the Squishmallows are like $20 or something like that. Indeed, the similarities have not gone unnoticed. Immediately upon their launch, multiple media outlets have already referred to Sqoosherz as Squishmallows-like and Squishmallow adjacent. Consumers have likewise taken no time to identify Build-A-Bear's attempt to replicate the Squishmallow trade dress, commenting that Sqoosherz are like a worse Squishmallow and that Build-A-Bear is just trying to copy Squishmallows and is ripping off Kelly toys. Others have noted that Sqoosherz look like cheap Squishmallow knockoffs, noting that they literally use the most popular Squishmallow animal/design. I would probably agree with that. They literally use the design that you would notice as a Squishmallow. Build-A-Bear efforts to create substantial or actual confusion, even in the short time they've been available. For example, a confused consumer asked on the Build-A-Bear Instagram post announcing the newest line of Sqoosherz, so now you're making Squishmallows? Build-A-Bear's actions have already caused significant harm. For example, customers' confusion has and will continue to lead to loss of potential customers, sales, and market share. This is a straightforward case of trade dress and copyright infringement. Kelly Toys Holding owns popular and distinctive trade dress in Squishmallow, and Build-A-Bear is willfully infringing on the trade dress rights. Courts regularly find trade dress infringement in similar cases. They go ahead and cite some different cases. Kelly Toys Holding LLC also owns copyrights in certain Squishmallows, and Build-A-Bear is likewise willfully infringing on those copyrights by selling Sqoosherz products that copy the constituent elements of the copyright. Through this action, Kelly Toys seeks monetary and injunctive relief to stop Build-A-Bear's copycat efforts, put an end to consumer confusion, and vindicate the intellectual property rights of Squishmallow. So that was just the surface of what's going on, okay? We have so much more to get into and the similarities of the Squishmallows and the Build-A-Bear toys, okay? The Sqoosherz. I don't even like that name, but it is what it is. Okay. Let's go through. We don't really care about this stuff. Let me go ahead and actually jump in the chat and see what y'all have to say so far before I get too deep into it to see if y'all are also thinking that it looks similar. Shout out to Kimmy for going ahead and starring the chat that are relevant to the talking points. So sorry, y'all, if I'm skipping over some of the things that you're saying. We're just trying to stay on track and go to the more relevant comments. So Elin says, are the Sqoosherz customizable, or you just pick one and stuff it? That makes a difference to me. I don't even know if you stuff it, to tell you the truth. I don't know if you stuff it. And another question that I had, Elin, is whether or not they put clothes on it. Because, one of the real big parts of Build-A-Bear is to put clothes on your bear. So does the Sqoosherz also wear clothes? I don't know. I haven't read that deep into to Build-A-Bear's motion for declaratory relief, basically saying that they want the court to just decide that this is not copycatting, so that Squishmallow will go ahead and drop their case too. Kimmy says to Elin, according to the complaint, Sqoosherz aren't customizable and can't be made in Build-A-Bear stores. Okay, that was my question. Are we also stuffing the Sqoosherz? Kimmy says no. And Kimmy probably read more than I did in the article. So thank you for that answer, Kimmy. Elin says to Kimmy, that seems more like a ripoff then. That's where I'm leaning to. If they were also stuffing those things in the store and putting clothes on it and different accessories, maybe, just maybe, I can see where they were going with this. It's just like another version of a teddy bear. So many different companies sell teddy bears. Are we going to now say that all of those are copying? No. But Squishmallow is so new and so unique. I mean, is it unique? It's a freaking pillow with a face on it. But do not get at me, Squishmallow lovers. But right, it's something different. It's not just a teddy bear, right? Build-A-Bear wouldn't like if someone came out with like a I guess you can do build your Barbie, but the Build-A-Bear concept in itself is unique. You're making your own teddy bear. You're putting clothes on it. You're customizing it to your own. So I do think that at least if they made the Squishmallows in the stores and you could decorate them the way you want to, then maybe they wouldn't be getting sued, but maybe they would, okay? Kimmy Lockett says to Elin, Build-A-Bear does say in their filing that Sqoosherz are available for purchase in store, but I didn't see them mention where or not they're customizable/buildable. I'm gonna lean more towards they're not. They kind of seem like things that are pre-made, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The goddamn Squishmallow looks like my cookie that I made in home ec. Okay, that's what my little cookie looked like. Maybe because I did a bad job making it, but it did look very similar to my cookie pillow. And it was literally a cookie pillow. And that's what Squishmallows look like to me. They don't look like stuffed animals to me. They look like pillows. Okay. Tanya D says, I know nothing about the case, but Build-A-Bear started here in St. Louis, so I'm rocking with them. Appreciate it. Way to be loyal, Tanya D. Elin says to Tanya D, I'm in St. Louis too, so I'm also biased. That's okay. Loyalty is important as well. Deacon Fatal says copyright law is a hot mess. It is. It's very hard to kind of predict what they're going to decide. And I'm a little shocked that they have a copyright for a freaking pillow. But I mean, I guess they did design the whimsical, minimalistic animal feature cutiness. So I guess you can get a copyright for that. Deacon Fatal says, okay, I'm not sure if I would reasonable about something I hug. I don't know what. I think that was a typo. Deacon Vado says, Build-A-Bear can kick rocks on this one. I think they're copying for sure. Deacon Vado says they are not the same. They look very similar though. Kimmy Lockett says that pink one, that pink thing is an oxalot. What is that? I saw that's what they were calling it, but I don't know what that is. What's an oxalot? Is it an oxalotl? Oxalot? I don't know what it is. Help a player out. Deacon Fatal says, I see some stuff would help my cat. Ewan says, I mean, they could fool me, but I wouldn't buy either. Probably couldn't fool someone who cares. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When you are super into something, that's not a real Stanley, right? That's not real Louis Vuitton. I'm an avid Louis Vuitton person. I know exactly which one's real and which one's not, right? So I'm with you, Elon. I wouldn't buy either one. I mean, unless I had kids and they wanted it. But personally, me, I would not buy one. Deacon Fatal says it's lazy. It's coming off that way. Kitty Foe, hello, welcome into the live stream. Saying Build-A-Bear has a nicer shape. It does look better. The Squishmallow look like I made it in home ec class in 9th grade with my poor. Well, that was in 8th grade actually. In 8th grade with my poor sewing skills. They're not shaped perfectly. And if I'm gonna buy a pillow, I want it to be shaped perfectly. Elon says, if the Sqoosherz are customizable like the Build-A-Bear products, that would be original. I think so too. I think they will get off of that line that they are on. Let's just make round Squishmallows instead of oval Squishmallows. Not really looking good for them, right? I don't think so. So let's see where are we at here. Tanya D says, I'm with member of the jury. They're both decent. Fisher Price Puffalumps. That sounds so familiar, but it's not popping into my head. They just don't have the body. Let me see. A Puffalump. 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 Okay. These look like flat bears. Let me see. I don't. Tiny and a member of the jury. These things are kind of ugly, but I'm gonna show it to you. They're kind of ugly. Like I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh gosh, these things are ugly as heck. I don't. I don't know if they like really look like the. So ugly. I don't like it. It's vintage from the 1980s, I guess. I get what you mean. That is very similar. This little plush toy from Temu. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Temu just copying all of them at this point, but I don't like the Puffalumps. I don't mean to offend anybody who is down with the Puffalumps, but these things are not cute. These things look a little scary and flat and creepy. Like this one, look at this one. It's like very rare. I bet this thing is not cute at all. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, but similar to the I can't even focus. Similar to the Squishmallows, I guess. But why are they flat? But I mean, I guess Squishmallows are flat too. But these ones just look like they didn't have enough cotton in it, and people just. But I guess I get the idea. Like they make different ones, and you can kind of buy them, and they're so ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Y'all sending me things in the back channel. Yeah. Yeah, they're very similar. Let me go ahead and share it for y'all on there. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm sorry, y'all. This is more accurate of what they are. And I guess I see they're like making different ones that you can kind of collect, but these ones are a little creepy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get back to what we're talking about here. I see. Kimmy is showing me what an axolotl is. Why would someone want one of those? Let me go ahead and pull it up. What is it? A sea creature? I've never heard of that thing, but apparently it's pretty popular for Squishmallows. It's kind of creepy. It's like a little lizard or something. That's what the axolotl, the pink ones that they keep making, these little ugly dinosaur things. Like, look at this. This is not, you cannot tell me that's cute. I don't want, let me get back into the goddamn case because this is not cute. People wanted to buy it. Oh man, an axolotl is a kind of salamander. It's scary, whatever it is. I don't like it. 90 said, okay, I think I got that one. Deacon Beto says, my mind goes back when Ralph Wiggum just stuffed the mess out of Build-A-Bear. I don't think I ever saw that. Deacon Beto says, not close enough for me. For the pillows, really? Leland says, pillow pets are a thing, right? Yes, they are pillow pets. There are pillow pets. I think my sister had one. They remind me of pillow pets. Let's Google that. Well, the first pillow pet that popped up looks like a male body part, so I don't know if I want to show that one. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But they're flat and they're like the ones you can open. So here's the pillow pets where they're flat when you open the middle. So they don't stay like that. They go flat. So let's see if it'll show me. And then it goes flat. Item is sold out. But yeah. So it's just like a knockoff. Oh, you're not going to show me the actual picture? F you, bro. What the heck? Okay. Okay, here it goes. It's flat down here. So yeah, Squishmallow and freaking Build-A-Bear, y'all both are knocking off pillow pets. Okay. And puffalumps, whatever. Yes, the pillow pets are a thing. Kimmy Walker says to Ely, yes, but pillow pets aren't the same shape, which is part of the trade dress. Yeah, the pillow pets are all square. When you flatten them out, they're all square. Let's see. Tiny D says these came out in 1986. Girl, our toys weren't cute. Yeah, no, that was not cute. I could not stop laughing. I'm sorry. Elin says the 80s were rough breed. That's what we had. And you just had to love it just the same, right? Oh man. I'm over here offended the chat now. I know I'm about to get a bunch of chats talking about me. Okay. Tiny says, I'm too old to care about any of them and think they're all ugly, so I'm certainly not offended. Elin says, thousandskies.com are similar toys. Yeah, I mean, a lot of toys are going to be similar, right? Deacon Fiddle says they were rough as all get out. They were a little rough looking. Deacon Fiddle says, can you stop laughing at our childhood? I'm sorry. I couldn't get over it. I also called that little occidental thing ugly too, so please don't be offended. Deacon Fiddle says it's all we had. Even says I feel attacked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But let's think about it. Like, one of my teachers in college used to always say, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is a knockoff something, right? I mean, we're just, or not we're, but people are just copying things and trying to make them better, right? So there's that. We knew they were ugly. Y'all didn't think it was cute back then? Elin says, oh, remember Popples? I'm not going to look up anything else. Deacon Bennett says, okay, Build-A-Bear, I get the little suit for dad for one. Elin says, I do think Build-A-Bear probably ripped this off, but I'm not sure Squishmallows are unique enough to claim anything. Yeah, that would be the other thing. Now that we're even mentioning all these other different type of stuffies, they all seem pretty similar, right? None of them are really, I mean, they have their different uniqueness, but I mean, it's a stuffed pillow, right? Deacon Fiddle says, I remember these. Sandy says, I remember those too. Kimmy Locker says, Popples look like cursed Furbies. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I like Furbies. Deacon Fiddle says, listen, we had the Chucky and the Gremlins. Deacon Fiddle says, that's a hot mess. Elin says, garbage pail kids. Elin says, my pet monster. They scared us into good behavior, right? My pet monster. Yeah, all of these are really the same. Like, even I'm looking at the pillow pets thing, I would probably put that similar to Squishmallows. and maybe a bite off of Squishmallows. That's just my opinion. Let's go ahead and jump back into the actual case because I got way too distracted with that. So let's get back into it. Y'all, and if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We do have a like goal of oh gosh, we already reached it. That shut me right up. We had a like goal of 30 likes for the live stream, and we are currently at 31 likes. So shout out to the Bree Hive, right? I like that one. I can never get over that one. But yeah, shout out to the Bree Hive. We reached our goal, and we're not even like halfway through the stream. Shout out to the Bree Hive. Maybe we'll hit 50. Maybe we will hit 50. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the lawsuit. Come on, boss. Kimmy said new like goal is 50. Yup. The new like goal for the live stream will be 50. Shout out to the Bree Hive. Okay, we're going to jump back into the lawsuit. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into a little bit of the background. Okay, Kelly Toys launched its Squishmallow products. Kelly Toys is an innovative manufacturer of Squishmallows. In 2016, Kelly Toys conceived of and began creating its Squishmallows line of plush toy designs and that share common unique features, distinguishing them from the goods of others. Most of these designs are the subject of United States copyright registrations or pending application, therefore, and each is sold in commerce under the Squishmallow brand. So, in essence, these creative development efforts produced an entirely new class of plush toys that has carved a previously non-existent niche in the marketplace. So, here we have some Squishmallows. They're cute, right? They are definitely not Puffle. I'm sorry. They're freaking cute. I like them, but are they a new kind of toy? That would be the question. Are they a new kind of toy? Kelly Toys Holding LLC is the sole owner of all rights, titles, interests in and to all Squishmallow products and possess unique, recognizable, and distinguishable features that are common across the Squishmallow line. They go on to go, oh, here we go. The product designs embodying it through the United States. In fact, Kelly Toys spends approximately $1 million annually in direct to consumer and business to business advertising in connection with its Squishmallow products. So they're spending $1 million to get these things marketed and out to the public for buying. So they are really putting in a significant amount of money in having these Squishmallows. Due to the distinctive Squishmallow trade dress coupled with the unique design, extensive marketing efforts, media coverage, and market penetration, the Squishmallow trade dress has acquired distinctiveness in the marketplace when applied to plush toys. In fact, because of Kelly Toys' extensive promotional activities and widespread display of plush toys embodying the Squishmallows trade dress directed to the public, and as a consequence, Kelly Toys' well-earned reputation for fairness and integrity in dealing with customers, the relevant consuming public has come to recognize and associate plush toys embodying the trade dress as high-quality goods connected with or offered by Kelly Toys. That was a run-on sentence. They go ahead and describe their toys. Consistent with the advertising and marketing scope, Kelly Toys sells a broad range of Squishmallow products featuring the iconic trade dress and whose overall look, feel, and image, and in particular, but without limitation to its shape, colors, textures, and graphics, serves as a distinctive source of identifier. Though not easily reduced to writing, these features include substantially egg, bell, oval-shaped plush toy. So they like to make it round but pointy. Round but pointy. Shaped plush toys depicting various similarly shaped fanciful renditions of animals and characters, simplified Asian-style kawaii faces with repeating and complementary round oval-shaped graphics depicting features on the characters themselves, such as eyes, snouts, and bellies, and which conform to the support of overall egg, bell, oval shape of the toys. embroidered facial features such as eyes, nostrils, and mouth. You mean like any freaking teddy bear on the planet of the earth. Distinctive contrasting and non-monochrome coloring, and short pile velvety velour like textured exterior with a light and silky memory foam like stuffing, providing an extremely soft and squeezable marshmallow feel, the Squishmallows trade dress. So here we go with a bunch of little marshmallows. I mean, Squishmallows. Okay. I still don't think that they're very well crafted. They look lumpy to me. Like I would like for them to be perfectly oval, or like why is this one lumpy right here? I don't know. I don't like it. But to each their own. They go on to describe more about the goddamn Squishmallow. I'm not reading that big old paragraph about Squishmallows. Furthermore, Squishmallow trade dress, when viewed as a whole, does not have aesthetic functionality, as protected of the specific combination of the aesthetic features would not impose a non-reputation related competitive advantage against competitors. So it's an oval pillow. It doesn't have a function of why it's oval. They just make it cute and make it stand out so people will want to buy it. Kelly Toys Holdings owns the copyrights in Squishmallows. They own these two copyrights. One copyright for the axolotl. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And one copyright for the froggy, which Build-A-Bear also has a froggy. Again, it's lumpy. It looks like my pillow that I made in 8th grade. It was a cookie. It was a chocolate chip cookie. And honestly, my chocolate chips look like coat hangers in my opinion. So they weren't that great. They were not that great. But these remind me of something that I can do myself. Okay. Squishmallows are distinctive and popular according to Kelly Toys. Kelly Toys is its predecessors have, beginning in 2016 and continuing without interruption, expended a great deal of time, effort, and money into the promotion of Squishmallows line. And due to Kelly Toys' distinctive design, robust marketing efforts, media coverage, and market penetration, the Squishmallow trade dress has acquired distinctiveness in the plush market. Toys, people basically recognize them, and it symbolizes their goodwill in the product that they're creating. In addition to being original, in addition to being original and inherently distinctive, the Squishmallow trade dress is also widely recognized by consumers. A simple internet search using the Google search engine yields, for example, 56,200,000 hits for the search Squishmallows. So a lot of people are looking up Squishmallows. Let's see. Kelly Toy Squishmallows have become a phenomenon. They have turned into a collector's item, and their avid fan base searching high and low to collect as many of the 3,000 different Squishmallow characters as possible. If I have 3,000 freaking pillows, Squishmallows, whatever you want to call them, in my house, absolutely not. I am not putting that many stupid Squishmallows. Sorry, Squishmallows. Not putting all of those things in my house. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not doing it. Okay. Let's see here. Indeed, sales of Squishmallows have increased over 300% since 2022 alone, with sales soaring over $200 million worldwide. Pretty lucrative business. I don't make that much money, so that's cool. Further adding to their recognition and secondary meaning in the marketplace, Squishmallows have been featured in over 300 publications, including magazines, press articles, reviews, and videos. They're basically trying to establish that they are a pretty popular toy. They're known as the hottest toy on the market and described its avid fan base as follows. The fandom is often likened to the Beanie Babies craze. Yeah, Beanie Babies were popular too. And on its way to enduring brand like Hello Kitty and Pokemon. There's a little Pokemon Squishmallow in there. New York Times has proclaimed Squishmallows are taking over. Forbes named them 2022's must-have Christmas toy, and The Guardian has recognized the toy's rise in popularity on social media, writing that Squishmallows goes from TikTok sensation to top Christmas toy. So they're pretty popular. Squishmallows' widespread popularity is further demonstrated by its recent 2023 feature on the cover of Costco Connections. Costco is a huge company. The magazine circulated monthly to nearly 15 million Costco members nationwide with advertisements for products sold at Costco. Let's see here. They are on the meteoric rise on the top of $100 billion global toy market. Is for the ages. Let's see here. More Squishmallows. Kim Kardashian and Lady Gaga apparently post about Squishmallows. They have kids, so they would want that. Is that Lady Gaga when she dyed her hair dark like that? Okay, let's see here. Then they go on to talk about how Build-A-Bear is infringing on with their Sqoosherz product. True to its name, Build-A-Bear is best known for providing a place for people to create their own customizable toys. Like we talked about earlier, it would have probably made more sense for people to be able to build their own Sqoosher. I think that would make more sense for Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear offers a number of pre-made, unstuffed plush toys and characters with the customers that consumers can stuff themselves to build their own toy. Consumers can also customize their plush toys, for example, by buying a clothes and accessories or purchasing audio recordings to incorporate inside the toy. On January 11, 2024, Build-A-Bear launched Sqoosherz, a line of plush toys that copies and imitates Squishmallows. The Sqoosherz products are a radical departure from the company's typical products. Indeed, they lack all the customizable aspects. So we were talking about that earlier. Are you able to customize your Build-A-Bear? Squishmallow says, no, you're not. Consumers cannot go into Build-A-Bear workshop and build their own Sqoosher. Instead, Sqoosherz are pre-made and available for purchase in the same way any traditional manufacturer would sell a toy. Instead of maintaining its original idea of allowing consumers to create their own toys, Build-A-Bear now seeks to trade off the goodwill of Squishmallows by marketing obvious copycat products, plush toys that look almost identical to popular Squishmallows. To be clear, Build-A-Bear is not licensed or otherwise authorized by Kelly Toys to market or distribute products embodying the copyrighted designs or the Squishmallows trade dress. Now, I don't know if we are going to consider the Squishmallows. I mean, I guess it could be considered trade dress. Would love to see how that's all worked out in the actual lawsuit. But just looking, excuse me, y'all, just looking at regular consumers, we're going to look at it and say those do look alike or they don't look alike, right? Whether we get into the technicality of the actual trade dress rules. So I do think that they look very similar. I do think that Squishmallow points out a pretty good issue in that Build-A-Bear, you're known for building bears. Why are you also not building the Squishmallow, right? These are already pre-made. Should you have just licensed it from Squishmallow? Probably. Y'all, and shout out to Tanya D for gifting a Boss Attorney Bree membership. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. Who got the membership? Elin was gifted a membership. Welcome to the Bree Hive. And they are not, you're already in the Bree Hive, but the membership for the Bree Hive. And thank you, Tanya D, for gifting that membership to Elin, who's participating very much in our chat. We definitely appreciate it. My favorite. I need to come up with new sounds for when people become members. We're gonna get the channel together, y'all. I'm not that creative though with like coming up with different sounds for different things that are happening. So we'll work on it. Maybe we'll do like a buzzing bee. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. But thank you again, Tanya, for gifting that Boss Attorney Bree membership. I appreciate it so much. Mm-hmm. Let's get back into it. Where we at? Sqoosher toys have the same distinctive trade dress as the popular Squishmallows, including shaped, fanciful renditions of animals and characters, simplified Asian kawaii faces, embroidered facial features, distinctive and non-monochrome coloring, and velvety velour-like textured exteriors. Side-by-side comparisons of Squishmallows and copycat Sqoosher products plainly show how strikingly similar they are. Now we're going to get into more comparisons. Again, little weird animal that apparently people like a lot that I didn't know about. So to me, they look similar. Like the eyes are literally the same little velvet black patch. You got the 3 little hair things sticking up, arms sticking out to the side. And I guess they're giving you more of like a forward facing. Okay. And then we have the teddy bear with literally the same mouth. It just doesn't have a snout. Literally the same mouth, different nose. Or I guess it's a little bit of a different mouth, but similar concept, right? Same thing. It's actually the same snout as the bear version of it, Marley. Okay. And then we have the pink cows. Like I said, why do a cow? Why not just do a blue cow, a brown cow, a black and white cow? Why not do that? Why literally copy them and do a pink cow? I don't get that. They have little hearts for their noses, and the Sqoosherz does not. Let's see here. We have the little froggy. At least they didn't give it the same blush. And then for this one, like, why with this is literally a copycat. I forgot what show I was watching. It was a movie. And was it like 13 going on 30 or something? I think it was 13 going on 30. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And she like worked for a magazine company, and her friend was basically copying all of her design, or copying another magazine designs. That's like literally what's happening here, other than the snowflake on this thing. Like the teeth are the same, but cleaner, I guess. This one, like I said, the Squishmallows look like a little kid put it together, but to each their own and the things that they like. They literally start doing the little belly thing. It's a copycat. I'm sorry. Not only has Build-A-Bear purposely copied Squishmallows' trade dress, it uses this. Not only did they copy the trade dress, it uses one of the same suppliers to manufacture Sqoosherz that plaintiffs used to create Squishmallows. Well, maybe you should be mad at your manufacturer for helping them out. Upon information, maybe the manufacturer sold it. That's why you're supposed to get the licensing agreement with your manufacturer. Maybe that's what happened. You might want to have a chat with your manufacturer and how all these people are getting the same thing, because we're going to get into it in the Build-A-Bear's motion, but apparently Squishmallow is suing a lot of people, and it could be their manufacturer kind of selling this idea to people. Or maybe Squishmallow never really had the original idea. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. Don't quote me on that. But maybe they didn't have the original idea and they licensed it from their own manufacturer. I don't know. That could be a thing, right? Upon information and belief, Build-A-Bear commissioned a Chinese manufacturer that has rights. That's where you messed up, Squishmallow. You use a Chinese manufacturer that sells all of the things that literally Chinese manufacturers are known for creating dupes, whether they have the rights to mass produce it or not. It sounds like you need to be suing your manufacturer, but being that they're in China, they're probably a lot harder to sue than freaking Build-A-Bear. So that tells me a lot, and I'm glad I didn't skip that part of the complaint. So they're apparently using a Chinese manufacturer who has rights to make Squishmallows, who has also apparently contracted with Sqoosherz. Sounds like you should be mad at your manufacturer, but I digress. Let's go on. Let's see. Upon information and belief, Build-A-Bear commissioned a Chinese manufacturer that has rights to manufacture Squishmallows to produce the copycat Sqoosherz, like DH Gate. Hello. Upon information and belief, Build-A-Bear received notice and knows that Sqoosherz are improper Squishmallow copycats, yet Build-A-Bear brazenly ignored the warning and produces the toys anyways. Consumers confusion. Not only do Sqoosherz visually and tactically simulate Squishmallows, but Build-A-Bear has also tried to trick customers and customers looking for Squishmallows into buying Sqoosherz instead. By naming the product so closely resembles Squishmallows, Sqoosherz, Build-A-Bear has taken steps to ensure consumers seeking out Squishmallows, often referred to as Squish, become mistaken by the confusingly similar name Sqoosherz. Let's see here. They go ahead and put hug it, squish it. They're saying that people use the short version of Sqoosherz or Squishmallows, and they're saying you guys do not own the trademark to Squish. So I don't think that one's going to go over pretty good. We have them also saying our new Sqoosherz are the most squishable, lovable, and huggable friends. That is their line. You guys are not going to have a monopoly over the word squish. I'm sorry. That's when you get to push it a little bit too far for me. You're not going to have a monopoly over the word squish. So Build-A-Bear's description of individual Sqoosherz toys similarly seek to create an association with Squishmallows, noting that they are squishable. For example, the product details the Build-A-Bear axolotl. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. They go ahead and say they're the most squishable, lovable, huggable friend. That's their line. I mean, you're not going to have a monopoly over that. I see how you're trying to tie them together, but you're not going to have a monopoly on the word squish. Sorry. Build-A-Bear also markets its Sqoosher lines in a strikingly similar way. They got a little girl holding the Squishmallows surrounded by other Squishmallows, while Build-A-Bear has the Sqoosherz held by a little girl surrounded by other Sqoosherz. Sqoosherz product create a likelihood of confusion with original Squishmallow products. In fact, there is evidence of actual consumer confusion. For example, on a recent promotional Sqoosher Instagram post, a user asked whether Build-A-Bear was now making Squishmallows. So they're confronting Build-A-Bear, saying, hey, what's going on? Are you making Squishmallows? You got another one giving Squishmallows ? On the Build-A-Bear reel. Build-A-Bear corrects them and calls it a Sqoosher. And Fruit Biscara says, Build-A-Bear, social media employee, like this comment if you're being held hostage. Basically saying, you're copying and you're trying to pretend like you're not copying. These users were not alone. Build-A-Bear's Instagram post announcing its new Sqoosherz line is riddled with posts calling them knockoff Squishmallows and noting the obvious similarities between these new products and the well-known Squishmallows. Some people are saying knockoff Squishmallows, great with the rolling eye emoji. Come on, plagiarism, giving a round of applause. We have someone else saying, so you're making Squishmallows, ? Ripping off Kelly toys. We have someone else saying, don't get me wrong, I love Build-A-Bear a lot, but these are just knockoff Squishmallows. I would probably agree with that. Someone else says, I love Build-A-Bear, but why the knockoff Squishmallows? First, Ty, I think that's one of the toy companies, did it. Now, Build-A-Bear, I know the plush market is competitive, but maybe come up with your own ideas instead of copying them, because you're not going to be able to compete if you do the same thing. Someone else says basically Squishmallow. Someone else says, how did not Squishmallow not file a lawsuit for this? Either way, it's adorable. If there is Stitch or Hello Kitty, I want one. So not you supporting the fact that they're copying them, but that you don't care, you still want one. I love that. You're copying them, but I don't care because now I want one. Other consumers noted that Sqoosherz are like a worse Squishmallows, even noting that Sqoosherz chose to copy several of the most popular Squishmallow characters. Still, others highlight the fact that Sqoosherz represent a radical departure from Build-A-Bear's traditional model of building a custom toy, referring to them as soulless ripoffs. Okay, so let's see. Let me read one of them. Someone says, it's like a worse Squishmallow. I'd rather get one of those Squishums or whatever they're called. They have one like that's a plague doctor. The knockoffs remind me of those TI Squish things. Can't stand the lack of quality or thought. The cow is kind of cute, I guess. So they talk mess and they're like, okay, but it's kind of cute. Build-A-Bear's actions have caused and will continue to cause significant harm as a result of consumer confusion. Kelly Toys has lost and will continue to lose potential customers, sales, and market shares. In sum, Build-A-Bear's willful conduct has damaged and will continue to irreparably damage the reputation, business, and goodwill of Kelly Toys. And unless enjoined, Build-A-Bear will continue to further escalate the infringing activities. It goes into the violations of the things that we talked about earlier. I don't know. They're very similar. Are they going to win on trade dress? Is their product unique enough to win on trade dress? I don't know. it's a flat pillow animal toy thing, you know? I don't know if they'll be able to say, oh, this is unique enough to say we're the owner of this thing. Now, they do have copyright, which gives them a little bit more claims for it, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, Kimmy is saying that paragraph 26, line 14 lists the features it's claiming constitutes trade dress. On what page? Oh, paragraph 26, Brianna. Let's see. Where are we at? I thought I read that paragraph, but maybe I missed it. Let me go back. All right, stop scrolling. Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay. Is that the one I said I wasn't gonna read? All right, thank you, Kimmy. Here we go. Share the screen. All right, so big. I think I did read this one. I'm pretty sure I read this paragraph. It's the oval bell shape. The style of the face is the Asian style kawaii. They have the snouts and the bellies, the embroidered facial features, nostrils and mouth, distinctive and contrasting non-monochrome coloring, the short pal velvety velour-like texture exterior with a light silky memory foam-like stuffing. Yeah, I did read that one. I was like, I know I read that one. Okay, so is it unique enough? I don't know. But you know what Build-A-Bear says? They say it's not unique enough. But before we get into what Build-A-Bear says, I'm going to read some of the chats, and then we're going to hop around the Build-A-Bear complaint. All right. So the chat, what does the chat have to say? Elin says, I'm just guessing that if you looked in Japan, there is nothing unique about Squishmallows. Yeah, I would agree with you there. That's probably every little toy at a souvenir shop. I'm sure they have a bunch of these type of things. Deacon Fatal says, well, these are cute. They are cute. Deacon Fatal says, I just cuteness on anything my cat wants to fight. Or hug. Patty Pinkstaff says, I bought a box of 8 Squishmallows at Costco because they were so darn cute and my cat loves them. You guys are giving your Squishmallows to your cats. Love it. No, I think they're cute. I think the Squishmallows are kind of misshapen though, but they're still cute. I do think that they're cute. Deacon Fatal says, okay, point out the obvious. Why are they gatekeeping cuteness? Right. That's what it is. Kimmy says to answer the obvious, money. Yeah, because they're making millions off of these pillows. These are cutesy pillows that they're making millions of dollars, $200 million growth over a course of a year. Deacon Fatal says to Kimmy Locker, I'm so tired of greed. LOL, you know, rich people problems, Deacon Fatal. Tiny D says, so is it marketed as a human or pet toy? To me, it looks like a pet toy. Well, apparently some people in the chat are getting them for their pets, but they also say that adult humans like it a lot and also kid humans like it a lot. So I don't know. I think it's marketed towards people. Elin says they're kind of big. They are big. Kimmy Lockett says they're advertised for people. Elin says how do people collect these? At least Beanie Babies are small. Yes. They're so big and it's like it would take up so much space. It will like literally piss me off to have all of that in my house. Let's see. Let's look at Beanie Babies. Babies. Okay. Let's show Beanie Babies because we're looking up all the old toys. So Beanie Babies, they're small. You can collect them, put them in your hand. Super cutesy. Also not stuffed very well, but $100 for a Beanie Baby? Oh, these things, they're selling these things. Okay. They're expensive. They're calling them vintage Beanie Babies. I need to stop throwing away my junk. Like, geez, Louise. People are tripping. Cardova82 says 3,000. I need a bigger house. That's for sure taking up your whole entire house. Okay. But yeah, it's like the Beanie Baby phenomenon. Here we go. Another picture of it. Similar to how they have the Squishmallows posed, right? Very similar to how they have the Squishmallows. So that's interesting. Thank you again, Tanya D, for the gifted membership. Always appreciate you. Deacon Fatal says, let's go back to me. Deacon Fatal says, do they know how many video games have plush toys right now? Everybody? I don't know if they're that unique. I guess they are. I don't know. It's different. That's a pillow. I don't know if I would call that a toy. But I guess Deacon Fiddle says they don't look enough alike to me. Really? I think they look really similar. Deacon Fiddle says it's subjective, and it is, and that's why they ask for a jury, because they need people to really give their opinions about it. Jazzy G says just tuning in, but these do look similar. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to have you back tonight. I do think they look similar. Elin says, I mean, how different are some of these animals supposed to look? The frog is green, groundbreaking. Right, I agree with you. My thing is like the cow. Why did you have to do a pink cow? The frog, you can't really make it look that different. Why the red dragon? They put a little swiggles on it. The rainbow bear, which Squishmallow also has a rainbow bear one. So there are some that they could have made a little bit different. But no, I get you on the frog. They made a pink cow, so why not make a pink frog or a blue frog or red frog? There are red frogs. I don't know. But I see what you're saying there. Deacon Fatal says, I'm actually surprised Pokemon hasn't sued both yet. The thing is they probably have a license to be able to use the Pokemon styled featured one. Deacon Fatal says, and could Nintendo sue because their game is Pokemon? Like I said, they probably had a license to make the Pikachu one. Tiny D says, that stripe thing is scary looking. Which one? Oh, Tiny D says that's messed up, but funny to me. Yeah, the manufacturer is just making all the money. Exactly. They're just making it, sending it over to America and say, y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Elin says a picture of a child with toys original. The newest thing I've ever seen. Just like I said with the Beanie Babies. Look. They lined them up the same way that Squishmallow does in their complaint, right? They just stack them all up. Where are we at here? Like this. And this is from Kim Kardashian. Is this not the same as the Beanie Baby one? Uh-oh. Is that not the same? Puffle lumps. Okay. Is that not the same? It's the same, right? You can't really get that original. I agree with Elin. Tina Wright says, my bonus baby is an EXO, so he's obsessed with them. Okay. Jazzy G says, your Insta TikTok comment could end up in a lawsuit. Yes. Yes, again. They are always cited, especially in a lot of the, it has a lot to do with the marketplace. They can tell, and that's where these lawsuits kind of got easier for them. They don't have to go out and do a survey anymore. They can literally log on to Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and see what comments are coming from regular people, right? That are not being paid to come here and do the survey. These are just regular people online. Deacon Fiddle says, have to head to bed. I'm going to hug my Care Bear and have a great evening. Thank you, Deacon Fiddle, for joining us and living all the commentary. I hope you have a lovely night, and I hope your Care Bear is kind to you. Jazzy G says, seems like a lot of these plushes would have these features. True. So then I think a lot of people in the comments are leaning more towards the Squishmallows are generic. They're actually not unique. Is that where we're going with this? Kimmy Lockett says Squishmallows should have trademarked Squish if they thought it was protectable. It's not. That's why. It's literally not. Tina Wright says market it towards kids. Yes, and they said adults too. Patty Pinkstaff says my kitties carry them around like a kitten. So yeah, you can go to the pets or the humans. Tina Wright says they have the smaller ones for the pets. Tanya D says, question, if Build-A-Bear keep, I'm looking at bad boss attorney Bree, but if Build-A-Bear kept the same design and started having the option to put outfits on them, would that resolve the suit? I feel like it will remove them a lot more than where they are. I don't know if it will resolve the suit. I think it'll be harder to confuse them though, because you're actually having to do the work in fluffing the toy, right? But with just having them on the stand saying, hey, come look at our Sqoosherz that look just like Squishmallows, that's where it's going to get confusingly similar versus if you actually have to do the work to put it together. So Tanya D, I would think that it would, if not relieve them from the claim, pretty closely relieve them from the claim. But hey, some people in the chat are saying they don't think it's that similar. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Kimmy Locker says Build-A-Bear says they're based on original Build-A-Bear plush animals in their complaint. Yeah, we're going to get to that for declaratory judgment. So I'm curious to see if and how people opinions change after seeing that. We're going to check it out in just a moment. Chris Mullen, another member of the channel, welcome into the live stream, saying, I doubt very much that Squishmallows 365 products will be threatened at all by Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz 5 varieties, especially because how many people even know you can purchase something from Build-A-Bear? Exactly. You would probably need to go into the store to see it. Now, might they have them in the window? Potentially, and they're also advertising it online, but most people for Build-A-Bear are going into the store because they want to build a dang bear. Are they really going to be buying Sqoosherz like that? I don't know. Chris Mullen says they are similar, but you know who cares? All is fair in love and commercialism. Yeah. No, they're going to fight and they're going to sue and they're going to make a big deal out of it. Tony D says, that's where I'm at to Chris Mullen. Kimmy Locker says to Chris Mullen, even if Squishmallows isn't threatened, they need to take action to maintain their intellectual property rights. And if anybody could threaten them, I'd imagine it'd be Build-A-Bear. Yeah, like how they said they were worth 300 million. But Squishmallows, you're worth 200 million. You're almost there, buddy. You're almost there. Chris Mullen says to Kimmy Locker, true, I guess, but they have to prove that their shape, etc., is unique the world over, I think. So I wonder how successful they will be in their lawsuit. And some people in the chat have already said they don't think it is similar, or in fact that it's not unique. It looks like every goddamn plush toy known to man, right? Especially if you go to China, but you're bringing it to America, and America is very first use, you win. First to use in America, you win. So that's what they're hoping on. Kimmy Locker says to Christmas. They've apparently got similar lawsuits with other companies dating back to 2018, yes. But I haven't had a chance to check the results. Me neither. I just saw it when Kimmy pulled the docs for us. Ela says the red dragon is because it's the year of the dragon and the red and gold are the official colors. That makes sense. Thank you for the information. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense. I was like, why would you need to copy that one? Chris Mullen says Squishmallows are more cute than the Build-A-Bear ones, though. I would buy a Squishmallow over a Build-A-Bear just due to the greater variety. And like I said, for a Build-A-Bear, you probably have to go into the store to freaking find it. I walked past Build-A-Bear the other day and didn't see it. So I don't know. They're similar to me. The question for me would be, are they unique enough? That's where I will lean. But do I think that Build-A-Bear copied them? 100%. Are they going to win a lawsuit about it? I don't know. So let's go ahead and have Bossy bring us into Build-A-Bear's complaint. And Build-A-Bear is asking for declaratory relief, basically asking the court to rule that they are not copycatters, right? That they are not copying Squishmallows. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Okay, here we are. We have Build-A-Bear Workshop against Kelly Toys Holding, Kelly Amusement Holding, Jazzwares LLC, and Jazz Plus LLC. They are requesting a jury trial. All right, they want declaratory relief. This is the declaratory judgment action seeking a ruling that defendants, Squishmallows claimed trade dress rights in their Squishmallow products are invalid, unenforceable, and unprotectable under the Lanham Act. So, are they saying that they copied them? Probably. Probably. When you say that it's unenforceable, and invalid and unprotectable, even if we are copying you, we're allowed to. That's what Build-A-Bear is saying. Even if we are copying you, so what? We're allowed to. Your items are not unique enough. And Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz plus toys do not infringe on defendants' claimed trade dress rights in their Squishmallow products under the Lanham Act. Okay. Lanham Act. Let's see here. They go ahead and say why they should be in Missouri instead of California. I'm thinking Missouri is not going to be as well equipped to handle this lawsuit as California might be. Facts related to Build-A-Bear and its Squishmallow Plus toys. Founded in 1997, Build-A-Bear is a multi-generational global brand focused on its mission to add a little more heart to life, appealing to a wide array of consumer groups who enjoy the personal expression in making their own furry friends to celebrate and commemorate life moments. Build-A-Bear currently has 500 interactive brick-and-mortar experience locations across the country and around the world, where a variety of formats provide guests of all ages a hands-on entertaining experience and foster a lasting and emotional brand connection. Now, y'all said all of that, but you're not doing it with your Sqoosherz. I digress. Build-A-Bear also offers engaging e-commerce/digital purchasing experience on buildabear.com, including the online Bear Builder, the animated Bear Builder 3D workshop, and its age-gated adult-focused Bear Cave. Did not know they had a Bear Cave. Although Build-A-Bear started with consumers building their own stuffed plush toys, for many years, Build-A-Bear has also sold pre-stuffed plush toys in its retail stores and online at buildabear.com and its Build-A-Bear store on Amazon. So they're saying they've been selling additional plush toys. From humble beginnings in a single retail store in St. Louis, Missouri, Build-A-Bear has emerged as one of the world's leaders in high-quality plush toys, innovative store experiences, and engaging family-friendly entertainment. In January 2024, in anticipation of Valentine's Day, Build-A-Bear introduced a global basis its new line of collectible plush friends, Sqoosherz, uniquely styled for the optimal hugging benefits, displaying a trademark unique name invoking their huggability and their adorable Sqoosherz. Spherical plush toys are made with an ultra soft plush and stuffing, perfect for hugging. Build-A-Bear's first 5 Sqoosherz plush toys are all based on original popular Build-A-Bear plush animals, including the pink axolotl, the strawberry cow, the spring green frog, and the rainbow sparkle teddy bear. So, are they saying that Squishmallows copied them? I don't know. And then the red raptor. So I don't know if this is a dragon. They're calling it a raptor. Okay. So Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz plush toys are distinctly round or spherical in shape with bright coloring and features matching Build-A-Bear's original full animal designs, which continues to sell. Shown below are the visual comparison to the current Sqoosherz plush toys to the original plush animals on which the Sqoosherz plush toys are based. But how long have these ones been around? I think probably the frog has been around for a really long time. But all of these other cows and the axolotl and oh gosh, come on. The green frog looks different than when I used to do Build-A-Bear, but sure, they have a green frog. And we got the little bear, looks a little different than the actual rainbow bear. And then we have the raptor. So it's not a dragon like we thought earlier. Sorry, y'all, my nose is getting stuffy for whatever reason. Each Sqoosherz plush toy not only has labels and or hang tags depicting Build-A-Bear's long-standing common law and federally registered Build-A-Bear workshop name and logo, but Sqoosherz plush toys also has right and left arms with one arm bearing Build-A-Bear's common law, federal registered, and iconic Bab heart-shaped paw pad logo. also shown below. All right, that is their logo over here in the corner. And down below, here we go again. Okay, Build-A-Bear's advertising and marketing of its new Sqoosherz plush toys consistently and prominently include references to Build-A-Bear as the sole and exclusive source of the Sqoosherz plush toy. This includes references on the Build-A-Bear name, the Build-A-Bear Workshop logo, the BAB logo, and other brand indicators on the products on its Build-A-Bear website. So they're even putting the Sqoosherz, they're putting little Build-A-Bear faces in them. They look a little different in person, a little bit more misshapen, like the ones I was talking about with the Squishables or the Squishmallows. Okay. Currently, Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz plush toys can only be purchased in Build-A-Bear's physical retail store or online through Build-A-Bear's website at buildabear.com or the Build-A-Bear store on Amazon. You can't purchase it through third parties such as Walgreens, Walmart, or Target. All right. Facts relating to the toy Squishmallow products. Defendants claim to be the sole and exclusive owner of the claimed trade dress. Defendants' description of the features purportedly compromising their claimed trade dress has changed greatly over years and as applied to various third parties accused by defendants of trade dress infringement. Moreover, none of those purported features are consistently used by defendants as an identifier of source, but instead constitute a mere product design aimed to aesthetically appeal to consumers. Over time, defendants and apparently related entities have asserted at least 12 different descriptions of the combined features purportedly make up their claimed dress in the Squishmallow product line, including the following description. So they start off calling it substantially bell-shaped plush toys, embodying fanciful renditions of animals and characters, embroidered anime-inspired minimalist, whimsical facial features, a velvety velour-like textured exterior, and stuffing with light marshmallow memory foam-like texture. This was in their complaint in 2018. They then filed another complaint in 2020 against Thai Inc. Incorporated. The first one was against Dandy International Limited. Now they're calling it the specific egg bell shape. Remember when we read the Squishmallows complaint, they called it an egg bell oval shape. So as they go on, they start to add more things to go ahead and encompass what they're actually doing here. So they go ahead and they describe all of the different lawsuits in which they're calling things this is their protectable trade dress. If it's such protectable trade dress, why is it changing every time you file a new lawsuit? I'm not going to go through every single one because I don't have enough breath to read every single one. So we're like on page 4 of them describing all of these lawsuits in which they basically like minorly, I mean, maybe not minorly, but they change the description as they go. Most recently, defendants have asserted infringement of trade dress descriptions 10 through 12 by Build-A-Bear in Florida State Court under Florida common law, but defendants' litigation history against third parties suggests that defendants will likely also claim features found in descriptions 1 through 9, but not found in descriptions 10 through 12. To be identifiers of source for purpose of claimed Squishmallow trade dress, let's see here. For these reasons and others set forth herein, Build-A-Bear is seeking declaration of invalidity, unenforceability, and non-infringement under Lanham Act. Basically, they're trying to have a market on these flat plush toys, and they shouldn't be able to have basically a monopoly over these little ugly toys that are probably going to go out of style within the next couple of years or so. But while they are in style, Build-A-Bear is basically trying to get their little coin out of it as well. They go on to show us a bunch of pictures of different Squishmallow designs. And Build-A-Bear says no consistent overall look or feel or stable visual appearance can be discerned from defendant Squishmallow products. For example, the snouts are all different: circular, oval, triangular, or comma shaped, whatever that means. Some containing a nose attached to a curved mouth: dog, leopard, bear, sheep, and mouse. One containing a nose and a separate mouth: the sloth. Some containing nostrils only: the unicorn, pig, frog, and giraffe. One with lines to resemble an elephant trunk, and some toys lacking a snout altogether. One cannot discern distinctive contrasting and non-monochrome coloring in the depicted toys, which run from gamut from various shades of black, brown, tan, white, pink, gray, blue, gray, and including colors and prints found in nature, such as black for a bat. Who said that earlier? How different can they really be? Black for a bat, brown for a dog, sloth, bear, and monkey, green for a frog, pink for a pig, gray for a mouse and elephant, and leopard and giraffe prints for the corresponding animals. Even the embroidered Asian style eyes have no discernible consistency. Some eyes have lashes, some are placed on contrasting fabric bands or face masks, and some even have closed eyes. Some of the toys have contrasting semicircular bellies, whereas others do not. And some have a contrasting irregularly shaped panel covering the face and belly of the toys. The various appendages also differ between the toys depicted above. The horns, the manes, and different shapes and ears placed on different parts of the toys. Floppy, round, folded, not folded, elephant shaped, or no ears at all. Additional examples of Squishmallows purported featuring defendants' claimed trade dress have been submitted in other cases and further demonstrate that the claimed Squishmallow trade dress features are not consistently found in every Squishmallow product and accordingly do not create a commercial impression for a single source. Now, where they have it, I think Build-A-Bear is digging into them pretty good. I think they're giving the best examples that they can. They don't really have a consistency in the animals. I agree with Build-A-Bear. I don't know how to say it, but their basic uniqueness is just creating a flat animal. They're not creating the nose the same. They're not creating the mouth the same. They're not creating the ears the same. All of the things, right? Of course, different animals are going to have different shaped ears and things like that. But I can see where Build-A-Bear is coming from and saying that there's no consistency on these things other than they're flat and they're oval. They're pillows, basically. All of defendant Squishmallows products do not have rounded oval shaped graphics depicting features of the character themselves, such as eyes, snouts, and bellies, and which conform to and support the overall egg bell shape of the toys. Instead, defendant Squishmallow products have all manner of features and graphics that are linear. Snowman and gingerbread man scarf, mummy tape, elf, nutcracker. So they're showing more of these things that are just kind of linear, right? It's a regular thing, a black bat. Frankenstein, and his ears are on the side, but some of them it's a full body, but this one is just the face. Same thing with the jack-o'-lantern, it's just the face. So I definitely see where they're coming from. Like I said, they kind of look like my the way that my my pillow from 8th grade is shaped. So I'm kind of with Build-A-Bear on this. It is ever changing, but you copied their flat pillow style buildy. They're the squishy, whatever you want to call it. Defendants ever changing claim the trade dress features are essential to use or purpose of plush products and affect the cost of quality of their products. If defendants were granted the exclusive use of any and all of the claimed Squishmallow trade dress used in any combination and or variation, their competitors would be put at a significant non-reputation related disadvantage with regard to generic, functional, and non-source identifying features. Moreover, the claimed trade dress features constitute the actual benefit what the consumer wishes to purchase, as distinguished from the assurance that a particular entity made, sponsored, or endorsed the product. The main message communicated by defendants advertising for its Squishmallow product lines are softness and squeezability and collectability. Defendants also frequently advertise that their Squishmallows can be used as pillows, which message is mentioned in a dozen marketing material for products demonstrating the functionality of the products. Advertising for defendant Squishmallows has touted the fact that since 2017, the Squishmallows have offered comfort, support, and warmth as pillow pals and Kelly toys. Remember what we say? The pillow pets, now they're doing pillow pals. So they copy pillow pets and now they're mad that Build-A-Bear is copying them. Okay. So CEO Jonathan Kelly has also declared Squishmallows can be used as pillows, among other things, in a news release about a toy. Squishy and comforting, they are great pillows. Because Squishmallows functions as a pillow, those aspects of the product that render them useful as a pillow, functional, the flatness of it, right? The functional pillow feature of Squishmallow include at least the egg bell shape, the embroidered facial features. Hard or plastic features can be too uncomfortable for a pillow. The short pile, ultra soft, velvety velour like texture, and the light and silky memory foam like stuffing, providing an extremely soft and squeezable marshmallow feel. Now I'm not gonna lie, Build-A-Bear is coming for them. Build-A-Bear is like, this is functional. It's not it's not trade dressable. You cannot have a protection on this. I was really on Squishmallow side on this. I do think that Build-A-Bear copied them, but I do think that Build-A-Bear is right in saying that the actual trade dress is not protectable. So a good lawyer will do it for you. A good lawyer will do it for you. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back into it. The same elements have been advertised by defendants as being washable, another functional feature, including its exhibits to defendants' own complaints against alleged third-party infringers, including advertising about Squishmallow products, stating that the unique lines is made for a super soft spandex EF or polyester stuffing, similar to memory foam for crazy cuddly fun. Caring for Squishmallows is easy. Give them lots of love, wash them in warm water, and tumble dry on medium heat. Defendant also advertised the fact that Squishmallows serve the function of offering comfort and helping to relieve stress and anxiety. Tags, packages, displays, and advertisement for defendant Squishmallow products tout the functionality of the fact that the toys are soft, squishable, and huggable with slogans like "Squeeze and Cuddle Me." So, yeah, I'm not as much on Squishmallow's side anymore. They go on and talk about the facial features, is not fanciful. Defendants claim distinctive contrasting non-monochrome coloring is also functional. Fanciful coloring of a toy and the overall design of plush toys is aesthetically functional in that it is the toy's aesthetic that drives the consumer to purchase them, and the functionality is dependent on the functionality exists independently of the source identifying function. They go on to say, from a toy designer's perspective, each of the claimed trade dress features is necessary to either depict the various characters or animals, or is necessary to create this category of pillow type plush that is currently trending. And that's what I said. It's a pillow. It's a pillow. Not necessarily the design of the animals. Very simple cuteness pillows. Numerous squishy plush toys existed before Squishmallows entered the market in 2017. Who said it earlier? Just imagine going to Japan and they probably have a lot of toys like this, right? All right, y'all. We are at 37 likes with 16 people watching live. So if you have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button, because our second like goal is 50 likes for the live stream. We already hit the first goal, which was 30. And so our next one is 50. So if you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps us in the algorithm and gets more friends. And we like setting goals and reaching them. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. Long before defendants introduced their Squishmallow product line, allegedly featuring the claimed trade dress in 2017, third parties offered for sale and sold and continued to sell across the United States a number of products featuring all the elements of defendants' claimed trade dress. Let's see here. They had Ties 2011 and 2012, Beanie Balls, Ties 2013 Beanie Balls, and Kid Robot's Yummy World products starting in 2015. So, these are fairly similar. $38. These are fairly similar to Squishmallows. I cannot lie. Those are very similar to Squishmallows, actually. The Ties Baby Balls. So again, just non-distinctive body parts, right? It's just a round toy. This one's a little thicker, maybe not as pillowy, but it looks like a Squishmallow, right? And these were out before Squishmallows came out. So they're basically just joining in on the trend We have the same thing going on with these little peas in a pod and little pink thing that I don't know, a macaroon, I guess. Long before defendants introduced their Squishmallow products line, featuring the claimed trade dress, each of the claimed trade dress elements, either alone or combined, was prevalent in the U.S. toy market and offered for sale and sold by third parties in interstate commerce. Many of such toys or variations thereof are still sold today. So again, they're going ahead and pointing out all of these things. Like this will literally be, well, that one's from 2006, 17. But there are Sqooshies. And what are ours called? For Build-A-Bear, Sqoosherz. So they might be more copying the Squishy than they are copying Squishmallow. So shout out to Kimmy for pulling both of these lawsuits, because this is completely, I don't know if I was all the way on board with them being able to qualify with the actual copying and succeeding on a claim, but this made me lean further into the fact that they probably would not be able to succeed on the claim. So shout out to all of these things, showing that no, these things existed before Squishmallows came out. So this makes me lean more into the fact that they're probably going to get declaratory relief. Moreover, defendants are related entities or related entities have dismissed their complaints against multiple major competitors and their plush products with the claimed trade dress elements, either alone or combined, including but not limited to Ty and its Squishaboos or Squishy Beanies, Plush Products, and Dandy International. So, Kimmy, you were talking about we didn't get deep into those cases. Well, this particular complaint is saying those cases were actually dismissed either by agreement or voluntarily by one of the parties. So, either they came to an agreement, a licensing agreement, or they just agreed that they weren't going to win on it. It's going to be up to Build-A-Bear to figure out why they did dismiss those cases. So, let's go on. So the Squishy Boos settled, the Dandy International and the Squishy Plush products settled. After such lawsuits were dismissed with prejudice, meaning they can't bring it back, neither Ty nor Dandy publicly identified their use is licensed by or affiliated with defendants in any manner. So with that being said, Build-A-Bear is assuming that they are the ones that came out on top on those agreements because they're still selling the products, but they're not saying that they're licensing it from Squishmallows. So that's important in itself. Are they offering Squishmallows some payments? Probably not, right? Especially if they were out first. So here we go. Therefore, the product features of these third parties previously alleged to infringe defendants' claims. Trade dress do not and cannot identify defendants as the sole and exclusive source of such trade dress elements, either alone or in combination. In other words, defendants have, by their own actions, permitted major third-party competitors like Ty and Dandy to use, without any attribution to defendants, the same dress features that defendants now claim Build-A-Bear infringes. Defendants are thereby prevented from acquiring any distinctiveness or secondary meaning in defendants' claim Squishmallow trade dress due to a crowded field of products utilizing the very same features defendant currently claims as trade dress. Defendants' repeated dismissals with prejudice amounts to admissions that defendants' claimed rights cannot extend to those products or any others with similar appearance. Examples: Ty's current Squishy Beanies and Dandy's current Squishy Plush toys are respectively shown below. So here's the Squishy Beanies, very similar to Squishmallows, right? They're still flat. They have the ears poking out, which a lot of the Squishmallows have the ears poking out rather than having actual arms. Okay. And let's talk about it. Ty already had Beanie Babies. They're just upgrading it to Squishy Beanies, right? And then we have Dandy's Squishy Plush toy. It's just one. It's just one little ugly, one little ugly unicorn. Okay, because third parties have been selling their Squishy Plush products as identified above before 2017 and for many years thereafter. Consumers do not identify any features of these claimed Squishmallow trade dress exclusively with defendant as the sole source. Moreover, defendants' marketing activities and associated expenditures have not established secondary meaning of any trade dress asserted by the Squishmallows product line. Okay. Okay, and then it goes into like the Build-A-Bears being easily distinguishable. I'm probably not gonna jump too much into that because your girl is tired. Let's see where we at here. It goes on to explain that they actually use similar portions of the toy. All right, and then so they ask for declaratory relief. So I think that Build-A-Bear did a good job. My question is it going to stay in California, or are they going to push it over to Missouri, to St. Louis, so that Tanya D can go and watch it live? I don't know. But this complaint by Build-A-Bear leans me more towards Squishmallow is not going to be able to succeed on this, but maybe Squishmallow brought some more attention to themselves by filing this lawsuit because Build-A-Bear is very popular. I'm going to go ahead and bring Bossy to be in. And we're going to close out our poll that Kimmy posted for us over an hour ago. If you haven't voted, it's too late now because we're about to close down the vote. Whose side are you on? We have 64% saying Team Squishmallows, 21% saying Team Build-A-Bear Sqoosherz, and 15% saying Team No Teddy Bears. Okay, so I'm sad for the people that are saying Team No Teddy Bears, but I think it's a toss-up. I think it's unclear whether they're going to be able to succeed on it. But honestly, based on what the chat is saying and what their descriptions of what's supposed to be fanciful about their actual product, they're probably not going to win. They probably want some type of settlement. They probably want Build-A-Bear to pay them a little bit of coin to keep doing this. I don't think Build-A-Bear is going to back down. I think Build-A-Bear is going to do discovery. And I think Build-A-Bear is going to try to figure out why those other cases settled. Just the mere fact that they're not calling them licensing and continuing to sell their products that look like Squishmallows but aren't Squishmallows, Build-A-Bear may be onto something there. So let's see what the chat is saying. Okay, Elon says, Elon says Missouri will tell them to arm wrestle for it. That's funny. Tina Wright says Axel Lot Al. Okay. Tanya D says, interesting. The bear looks like a Care Bear. Which bear? Oh, the one for Build-A-Bear? You think it looks like a Care Bear? It does kind of look like a Care Bear, huh? Does kind of look like a Care Bear. Oh gosh, don't start another lawsuit. Patty Pinkstaff says the embroidery looks very much like what is on my set of Squishmallows. It looks very similar. The thing is it unique enough to be protectable? That's the question. Jazzy G says, wow, a lot of lawsuits. Yeah, I think there was like 12 lawsuits there. Tina Rice says, there are a lot of similar that make stuffies and pillows. It's like, how could you really get away from it at this point? Elon says, I mean, I tend to agree with Build-A-Bear on the fact that Squishmallows lack any kind of unifying aesthetic. I agree. They constantly go from having a pillow with arms, and then the other pillow just has ears, and then another pillow is just round. It doesn't really, get you a squishy, and they all have these fancy ears or something like that. I don't know. Tiny D says, I see what Build-A-Bear is saying. Agreed. Elon says, Build-A-Bear is winning me over slowly. And the thing is, I don't know if Build-A-Bear is necessarily winning us over slowly. I think when we went through Squishmallows, yes, it looks like they're copying them. I'm not going to lie to them. It does look like they're copying them. But Build-A-Bear came with the receipts like, okay, we may be copying them, but they copy them. Everyone's copying everything. And like I said, I had a professor, I think her name was Dr. Chu, and she would say there's nothing new under the sun. Everybody's copying everyone, basically. You're just recreating it. Jazzy G says, so how do they have copyrights? beats me. With copyright, it's just an original work. They're the first one to make this little ugly pillow and file a copyright for it, right? So it doesn't really take much to get a copyright. It can be similar as something else. It doesn't have to be super unique. You just have to be the first one to make it. They put it into a medium, which is a pillow or a squishy, whatever you want to call it. And then they designed this whimsical little animal stuffy. Now, is it a super strong copyright? Probably not. Probably not. There's probably a bunch of little green frogs and little I can't say the goddamn thing. But they probably have a lot of those kind of drafted into art. But the copyrightable aspect of it is them really putting it into a pillow. Doesn't mean that they're the only one that's going to ever be able to make a flat frog pillow. Okay, y'all, my alarm is going on. Okay, that must be my honey coming back in. I'm like, what the heck? My alarm going off? Okay. Kimmy Locker says to Jazzy G, as I understand it, they copyrighted the design of a specific individual design. The two shown in the complaint were the axolotl and the frog. Yeah. So they don't have one for every single one. Yeah, Kimmy's right about that. Elon says, I want a macaroon pillow. Yeah. I was like, it's literally just a circle, but I guess it's a macaroon. Elon says, oh, I'll go if it's in St. Louis. I don't know if it's actually, they did say they found it, or they're formed in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know where y'all's district courts are. Tanya D says, yeah, me there to Elon. And then Stephanie S says, all the bears are so cute. Yeah, and I think they're both cute, right? They're both cute. The thing is just, is it protectable by copyright or trademark or trade dress? I don't know. Do they have a copyright? The question is it a strong copyright, right? Did somebody miss out on something? Did someone accidentally copyright something that's not actually protectable? I don't know. But I'm thinking that Build-A-Bear is probably going to win on this, especially given the many examples that they gave of Squishmallows actually copying someone else. They just got popular and then kind of sold more than everybody else. Does it make them unique? Maybe, maybe not. I'm leaning towards maybe not. So thank you all for joining me live on this live stream. We will be back on Thursday. Do I know what we're going to talk about? No, absolutely not. We may start talking about the Rush shooting trial that's coming up. I don't think we'll do another update on Mr. Beast. It feels weird not having this on because then I can't hear myself, but then I'm tired of hearing myself. So let me go ahead and get these last few chats and then we'll go ahead and end the live stream. So Kimmy says, I looked it up and that's not totally accurate. Ty was dismissed with prejudice, but Dandy was dismissed without prejudice. Both settled, but neither filed copies of the settlement. So in theory, there could be some sort of licensing agreement behind the scenes since they're claiming infringement of trade dress properties, not the Squishmallows name. True. That is true. Good point, Kimmy. Good point. Kimmy Locker says there's also still an ongoing case against Zuru. I'm assuming that there's probably a lot of other ongoing cases because they only listed 2 that have settled. And lawsuits really take a long time. Do I have time to go look through all of them? No. Absolutely not. So licensing of the trade dress, that will probably be harder to find. What I anticipate is that they're going to do some discovery and try to figure out why did these cases settle? What do they have to stop doing? But my other question is, if they were doing it first, if Ty was doing it first and Dan D was doing it first, how would Squishmallow then win over them? I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it. I definitely won't look at all the lawsuits that's going on. So, let's see. Kimmy says, of the 12 they mentioned, there were only 4 distinct lawsuits, including Squishmallows versus Build-A-Bear. The rest were examples of trade dress properties being described in different ways. Okay, that makes sense. I thought they were including Squishmallows, but okay. Well, that is all that we have for the live stream. I don't know what we'll be covering on next live stream, but we will be here on Thursday, chatting on some more things in the law. I don't know what you even want to call it. I'm super tired right, y'all. I hope everyone has a good night. Get some good rest. And I will see y'all all on